satisfy your need for happiness, your own curiosity with the Ranveer Show. Minus the alcohol side of things, what would you put as lifestyle-based factors for healthy liver health?
We have some very interesting things that we can do. So first is that one is something known as preventive medicine, which is very important. That you do a set of things or you avoid a set of things, you can actually avoid getting into trouble. So doctors don't want damage control. They actually want people not to get sick. So the number one is that physical activity is very important for liver health. By physical activity, I mean, and this is studied also well, you need to have 150 minutes of moderate to rigorous physical activity per week, which is easily doable for everybody. So it's 150 minutes of moderate to rigorous physical activity in a week. So let me define moderate and rigorous. So moderate is just cycling, swimming, brisk walking. Brisk walking is basically you take 100 steps in a minute. So that's 100 steps in 60 seconds. That's brisk walking. Or simply running for at least 3 hours to 4 hours in a week. So that is good moderate physical activity. Rigorous is what you do inside a gym under a trained protocol where there is structure. And you actually do a lot of aerobic exercises, you do weight training, you do resistance training, you do high intensity exercises, you do circuit training. All of this will come under vigorous activity. This actually helps prevent a lot of liver related diseases, especially the ones to do with metabolic liver disease, that is non-alcoholic fatty liver disease and other things. Second is, like I spoke before, black coffee is a very good intervention that you can include in your diet. 3 cups, which is about 150 ml each. Every day.
Perhaps decaf.
And decaf. So if somebody cannot take caffeine, does not tolerate caffeine, you can go for decaf because caffeine is not the good part of coffee. It's something known as polyphenol. And coffee is another intervention that you can do. Third is sleep, which is very important because poor quality sleep, non-restorative sleep, lack of sleep, these all promote poor liver health in the form of fatty liver disease. So sleep, try to get at least 7 hours minimum every day. And the fourth is that identify yourself as having some risk factor for liver disease. For example, if you have immediate family members with liver disease, and if they've had metabolic disease like diabetes or obesity or heart disease or stroke or high cholesterol, high blood pressure, anything. So you are directly at risk of developing liver disease. So please check yourself in the sense that you go to a doctor, get a physical health checkup and also a checkup for the liver. So liver checkup can include liver function test as part of the blood work. And in the liver function test, if they find some abnormality, plus you have some additional diseases that are putting you at risk for the liver disease, then they will ask you to do advanced liver testing, which may or may not include special types of imaging. Something everybody knows like FibroScan or Shearwave, which is basically ultrasound related imaging, which they will do from the outside and identify if the liver health is good or not by looking at the liver stiffness.
How expensive is it?
It's anywhere from free, because there are a lot of companies and camps that do it for free, to 3,000 rupees.
Okay.
So it's not done for everyone. It's done for those with high risk of liver disease, especially from metabolic or alcohol related liver disease. So that is how you do a liver checkup and those who need to do liver checkup. The fourth is please get vaccinated for hepatitis B. You need to know if you are protected against hepatitis B or not. Simple. Just do 2 blood tests. One is a test called as HBsAg and second is a test known as anti-HBs. If HBsAg is not reactive, negative, and anti-HBs is not reactive or negative, that means that you need to get vaccinated because you don't have the infection, you don't have the protection also. If HBsAg is positive, that means you have the infection. In that sense, anti-HBs will be negative. Anti-HBs is basically antibodies or protection against hepatitis B. But if you are protected, then your HBsAg will be negative and anti-HBs, antibodies to hepatitis B, will be positive. So that positivity also matters. So if your antibody titers, that levels of antibody against hepatitis B in your body is more than 10 but less than 100, then you have to take a booster only of the hepatitis B vaccine. But if it is more than 100, you are well protected. You don't need to take any vaccine at all. Simple things. I mean, these are preventable causes for liver disease.
Is there any other test you'd recommend that just an average healthy person take to figure out liver function?
I would not recommend any such tests because ideally we want to save resources and use resources for people who require it. So stressing the health system doesn't make sense for me. But if there are risk factors, definitely. And also I would like to say that liver function test does not actually mean it shows a healthy liver. So a lot of liver cancer patients that I treat, they have perfectly normal liver function tests, even better than mine. But they have liver cancer. So, but they have risk factors for liver cancer, for example, hepatitis B, diabetes, obesity, alcohol use. They still have normal liver functions. So we have to look everything from a whole perspective.
If you enjoyed today's clip, make sure you check out these curated playlists that we've made especially for you related to the subject that was spoken about in this clip.